Ferrari hasn't just fine-tuned their race car, they've shattered the blueprint they've relied on for decades. For years, Maranello lived and breathed tradition, treating their design principles and engineering approach like gospel. They believed their way was the only way. But now, that belief system has been turned on its head. And the catalyst behind this dramatic shift? Lewis Hamilton. His arrival at Ferrari wasn't just about switching teams or chasing more podiums, it was a bold declaration. A message that the old way of doing things is no longer enough. And now, the moment Ferrari long hoped to delay has arrived. Officially, they're calling it a minor floor change, just a tweak, a small adjustment. But if you dig past the polished PR talk, what's actually happened is monumental. The transformation of the SF25 isn't cosmetic. It's revolutionary. Beneath the sleek carbon shell lies a silent rebellion, one that's pushing back against years of conservative thinking. This change represents more than aerodynamics. It reveals a deep internal struggle within Ferrari's ranks. Hamilton didn't come to coast. He came to shake things up. And that shake-up takes center stage at the Austrian Grand Prix. This isn't just about shaving milliseconds off lap times. It's about challenging everything Ferrari thought it knew. It's about tearing down what's no longer working and trying to rebuild a future under the crushing weight of expectation. The pressure is suffocating. There's no more room to dodge the truth. The world will be watching as Ferrari lays it all bare on the track at Spielberg. Behind the controlled media briefings and carefully worded interviews, a storm is brewing. Tension crackles in the air. Whispers float through the paddock. There's unease in every strategic call. Even casual chats between drivers carry a strange edge. Externally, Ferrari may look calm, but internally, the cracks are deepening fast. Hamilton's frustration hasn't appeared out of nowhere. It's been simmering from the start. Every unexplained brake lockup, every corner exit that lacked traction, every upgrade that failed to deliver, each misstep has chipped away at his patience. Now, you can see the weight of it. It's in his posture. It's in his voice over team radio. 11 races of inconsistency, missed chances, and a car that refuses to behave. It's no longer an off-day issue. It's systemic. And it's testing the limits of even someone with Hamilton's elite experience. That's why this update is so critical. It's not just a design change, it's a potential turning point. For Lewis, for the team, for everyone still holding out hope that Ferrari can claw its way back into championship contention. But inside the team, unity is fraying. There's a growing rift. Some team veterans still cling to the old philosophies, believing legacy and brand power alone can lead them forward. But Hamilton is demanding a clean break, a total reset. And that puts him at odds with those unwilling to abandon the past. The conflict isn't just emotional, it's embedded in the machine. From the SF25's very first laps, warning signs were flashing. Ferrari downplayed it, called it growing pains. But those on the inside knew better. The car isn't just off, it's flawed at its core. The real problem lies in how it handles ground effect, and it's been a persistent weakness since day one. While the team publicly describes the Austria update as a routine tweak, the truth is far more dramatic. This is a desperate rebuild, a critical attempt to fix a concept that never lived up to its promise. Before the 2026 rules lock in a future Ferrari can't afford to fumble. The symptoms have been there for weeks. Instability at low speeds, inconsistent tire temperatures that degrade race pace, and a compromised ride height that forces the car to run higher than optimal, killing crucial downforce in the process. Every previous fix has been like taping over a widening crack in a dam. But now, Ferrari is left with only one option: to tear down the structure and rebuild from the inside out. Now, Ferrari has reached a breaking point, and there's no gentle fix left in the toolbox. They've had to tear down the dam and start anew. Enter the radical floor redesign, sharpened contours to redirect underbody airflow, a reinforced framework to strengthen chassis stability, and bold aerodynamic recalibrations aimed at restoring the grip and balance the SF25 has lacked all season long. This isn't refinement. It's a rescue mission. It's not an evolution of ideas. It's an overhaul born out of sheer necessity. A full-blown rewrite of Ferrari's engineering identity, disguised as just another update. And let's be clear, the stakes have never been higher. Should this gamble fail, Ferrari's flaws won't stay buried beneath carbon and telemetry. They'll erupt on the circuit for the entire world to see. For the drivers, this situation has moved far beyond blueprints and wind tunnels. It's deeply personal now. It's about trust, about belief, and both are dangling by a thread. Charles Leclerc, once seen as the cornerstone of Ferrari's future, is quietly losing hope. With every race that ends in disappointment, with every repeated failure, the wear and tear on his spirit becomes visible. The growing frustration, the fatigue, the flicker of doubt in his eyes. And then there's Lewis Hamilton. His quiet demeanor this season has misled some into thinking he's simply biding his time. But don't be fooled. His silence isn't submission. It's strategic. He didn't leave the stability of Mercedes to play it safe or settle for mediocrity. He came to Ferrari to author the final, defining chapter of his career, to answer his critics, to show that he could lift another iconic team back to the pinnacle of the sport. But Ferrari's stubborn adherence to outdated methods was choking that dream. That's why this floor rebuild isn't just important. It's vital. It's the moment the team was finally forced to listen, to adapt, to face the need for change head-on. But with change comes risk. If the update works, it could reignite belief, not just within the team, but across the fan base, across the paddock. But if it fails, it won't just mark another technical misstep, it could shatter the very heart of this operation. Both Hamilton and Leclerc understand what's on the line. There may not be another reset button. Everything now hinges on one weekend. Austria is more than just another Grand Prix. The Red Bull Ring is a ruthless proving ground, a circuit that doesn't allow secrets to hide. With its high elevation, unforgiving low-speed corners, and relentless demand for perfect balance, it brutally exposes weaknesses. Here, simulations mean nothing. Words mean even less. The car either delivers or it doesn't. And with Ferrari betting everything on a high-stakes design shift, this is the moment of truth. This is the test that could make or break them. If the car finally gains the grip, the stability, and the pace it's been missing, there's light at the end of the tunnel. Maybe Hamilton's belief was justified. Maybe patience still has a purpose. Maybe Ferrari has a future after all. But if it crumbles again, the failure won't just be measured